Okay, let's get started here. I'm going to show you a little bit of the content management solution for LAWSuite. I'm going to start in the person module, which looks suspiciously similar to those of you that have been in the person module. And we're going to search for a person. And then we're going to bring up some case documents, and I'll show you quickly how to use that. So when you search for a person, you pull up their person record, and you see this button here, Case Docs, that will allow you to launch the documents for this person and every case that they're associated with. So what you see here is a listing of cases by entry number, court case number, DA file number, date received, role, defendant party, or witness, or victim if that were the case, the status of the case, and then you see here the total number of documents that are uploaded into that particular case. You see the number 0 here. There won't be any documents there. How do I get to these documents? Well, you have this little plus symbol here that allows you to click it open and then go into the particular documents simply by clicking on them. What you see here is an ID number. This is auto-generated by the system and is actually helpful for us in terms of if we have a problem with a document, we can go right into the database and view it and see if it's a file extension issue, if we need to change something, so on and so forth. The document type that is assigned when you upload the document, and we'll be working on those document types. We've sent out a list to folks to get that cleaned up and updated. Whether or not the document is assigned to a person or not. If it's clear, it's not assigned. If it's green, it is assigned to a person. And what that means is if I have a case and I have 3 defendants within a case, and a document pertains to 1 or 2, but not all 3 of them, you'll need to assign that to the appropriate people and make sure the document's not assigned to someone else. For example, in a case where 3 defendants are charged and one of them pleads out and you do an amended information, well, the amended information applies to 2, but not that 3rd person who's pled out. We have the ability to identify documents as discoverable or potentially discoverable or not, and then whether or not that discovery is approved. The discovery module will be completed at a later date. That involves some significant business process work as well as coding, and that's when we'll need to get together with a programmer and map out what our business process would be. I don't want anybody to worry about that at this point right now, but we are planning for it. So let me go ahead and just click a document to open it. What happens when you click on it, it opens the viewer and allows you to look at the document. And this is an Excel spreadsheet that should have been started off. Well, it's actually a document that includes an Excel spreadsheet. And it includes a criminal filing. And I'm going to close that and go into something else here and then show you a few things. Let's go into a police report, or something that's identified as a police report. Now the nice thing about the viewer will handle Adobe Acrobat files, it'll handle Word files, it'll handle Excel spreadsheet files, it'll handle PDF. It'll handle audio, it'll handle video. The one thing it won't handle is WordPerfect documents, and those documents that we need to upload that are WordPerfect based will have to be converted to PDF in order for the viewer to be able to handle it, and that's one of the reasons we're going to be moving away from WordPerfect. Within this viewer, you have the ability to view document history. So if there were versions of this document, you would see those versions here. You would be able to upload a new version as well. We can tell if the version's been redacted in terms of discovery, and again, we'll work on that process at a later date. If I wanted to upload a new version, it's simple Windows navigation. I would have the document somewhere, either on the server or on my computer, and I would browse to it via normal Windows Navigation menus, if it were on the Scan Docs folder, you would go to the S drive, you would go to Scan Docs and pick your document up there. And I'm not going to upload it here, but I'm just showing you the process. You can also comment on this particular document. And let me exit out and go back into it. And if I wanted to comment on it, let's put in a test comment and share that comment with other people. We have the capability of doing that. So I just did a little typing here. And this is a test comment. Save it, tells me that it's been successfully added. Excuse me. And I can open the comment list and then see what that test comment is. So it's a way for us to communicate about that particular document. We also have the ability to purge a document simply by clicking this. We haven't figured out our purge process yet, business-wise, so we want to wait for that before we start purging documents. But what we can do with documents in the interim is hide them in the system. And then once we have our purge process in place, we can apply that business logic to code and move from there. This does have the ability to show video. I'll show this real quick. And audio as well. And so what you can see right now is a little video that we uploaded from Eaton County where they're trying to show how great their system is. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. In order to close this, well, before closing this window, I'll just show you if I wanted to upload a document as opposed to a version of a document that I just showed you, you'll click the Add Document window, browse to an appropriate folder where the document is contained. If it were in the Scan Docs folder, you would pick that up from there. Let's see if there's something that might be appropriate that I could. Let's go ahead and upload the file. This is where the profile or document ID type is provided, and I'll save the changes. You'll see that we changed from 37 documents to 38. If I open this now, what you will see is the document is what I just uploaded, and there's that particular document. It's that simple, folks. So now let me close this window and let's go into Setup and see how we can get the documents from there. In Setup, for those of you that have been there, this is suspiciously similar. You search for a case, you will return a case, and then you have this little case docs link that you can click on, and you can see that what I just uploaded before is right there. So everything follows you. I'm going to go, how do I view it in charging management? Let's go to charging management. Those of you that use charging management, this will look suspiciously similar. There's the case, the agency charges, the DA charges, the charge details. There are the case docs up at the top. There's the document I just uploaded. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. I'll go ahead and close the window. The other thing I wanted to let you folks know is that when we generate a document within LAWSuite, it is automatically stored within the database. We don't need to think about that. So just quickly move through here. I wouldn't have an F in that. 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And create the document. Open it. And as soon as we created the document, it's uploaded into LAWSuite. Now, how do we access the digital profile? So I showed you setup, how to access the document. I showed you person, how to access the document. I showed you charging management, how to access the document. Now let's take a look at calendar and see how we get into documents as well as the digital profile. Now I'm going to limit this search field a little bit to let's make it let's type it right and search again. Come up. Now, what you're going to see in calendar, this is suspiciously similar, a little bit of a change here. But you're going to see this plus symbol now that allows you to view all of the multiple case remarks that we can now put into this record. This is real busy, but that's because I've been playing with this record, trying to test all the fields. You have your court number, your DA file number, your entry number, the name of the person, the event, date, time, department, attorney, and we have the digital profile link right here. This is the next court date, which hasn't changed. This is a service request. Most of you don't deal with that, but this is important.